Hotels in the UAE saw occupancy rise 1.1% to 84% during March compared to the corresponding period a year ago. However, visitors paid slightly lower room rates, according to STR Global, a provider of hotel data. The average daily rate in the country touched 871 dirhams, down 0.2%, while revenue per available room stood at 732 dirhams. Occupancy was over 80% in Dubai's hotels during March, with STR Global forecasting the Emirates hotel occupancy to reach 83.7% in April. Over in the capital, increased competition is causing a decline in room rates at luxury hotels, and there is little indication that it will stabilise, according to a report by the property consultants JLL. Almost 850 rooms are set to enter Abu Dhabi by the end of the year, and an additional 3,450 rooms will come by the end of 2016, mostly in the five-star segment, taking the overall supply to 22,300. The Emirates' 149 hotels and hotel apartments recorded a 33% jump in guests in February year-on-year, with occupancy reaching 81%, a 4% rise on last year. According to the Abu Dhabi Tourism and Culture Authority, about 262,000 guests checked in, and guest nights rose 21% month-on-month to 815,718. In the first 2 months of the year, the average room rate dropped 9% to 458 dirhams. The JLL report pointed out that average daily room rates in the capital registered negative growth of 14% in the first quarter, pulling down the revenue per available room. An expanded program for the 10th Middle East and North Africa Travel Awards will take place this year on May the 7th, with a gala evening to take place at the Conrad Dubai Hotel. The announcement was made at a press conference today, hosted by the organisers' hospitality consultancy group, CHA International. This year's awards will be sponsored by the UAE National Council of Tourism and Antiquities, and will see the awards added to with special categories recognising the top 3 tourism authorities in the UAE with platinum, gold and silver awards. These awards will be based on criteria such as the highest ratio increase in visitors and accomplishments by each of the Emirates in 2013, as well as the number of electronic votes received. In 2013, the UAE was ranked 28th in the world and first in the MENA region on the list of most advanced and developed countries in the tourism and aviation, according to the World Economic Forum's Travel and Tourism Competitiveness Report, rising from 30th in 2011 out of 139 countries. Dr. Sam Saker, the CEO of CHA International, stated that the awards have attracted over 170,000 voters that are either hotel guests or end users, adding up to over 510,000 votes in total.
We have seen the outstanding progress and improvement in their positioning worldwide in the travel and tourism industry. And we believe that they deserve the attention this year to make sure that we recognize their effort through the tourism authorities throughout the Emirates, because it is a combined effort of all the tourism authorities that made United Arab Emirates reach the high standards and the high levels it's in today, number 28 worldwide. That is a great achievement in a few years. The event being recognized, actually in 2013, we were honored to have the National Council of Tourism and Antiquity as our official sponsor, because being recognized by the high caliber body like as such definitely is a credential for our effort for the non-profit event that we have been doing with passion for 10 years, being our 10th anniversary this year. And it is definitely a credit for our effort and hard work for the last 10 years in making that event rise the service and product quality in the region.
MENA award means a lot to Ajman Tourism Development Department in a specific and UAE in general. And this award, we would like to recognize the entities which have been doing very well for the last 2 years when it comes to the end users, which are our guests and Ajman and the UAE in general. So that puts the entities under the spot and telling them, you're doing this job not for the sake of money, but the sake of customer satisfaction and continuous development. So this is our aim for the next 2 years. Whatever the results were of this MENA award will take place in action plan for the next 2 years.
Etisalat, the Gulf's #2 telecom operator by market value, reported an 11% rise in first quarter profits on Sunday as its revenue and subscriber base increased and capital expenditure and taxes declined. The company, which operates in 15 countries across the Middle East, Africa and Asia, made a net profit of 2 billion dirhams in the 3 months to March 31st, beating analysts' forecasts for 1.8 billion dirhams. Etisalat, which has agreed to buy Paris-listed Vivendi's 53% stake in Maroc Telecom, generated quarterly revenue of 9.9 billion dirhams, up from 9.6 billion dirhams a year earlier. The UAE remains Etisalat's core market, providing 6.5 billion dirhams of quarterly revenue, up 8% from a year earlier, to account for almost 2/3 of the group total. First quarter capital spending fell 14% to 900 million dirhams. The UAE government has introduced a new royalty regime for Etisalat and its rival operator Du. This has eased the tax burden on Etisalat slightly, with the company paying an effective royalty rate of 48% on its first quarter profit, down from 50% a year earlier. And also reporting Q1 profits, Dubai-based Aramex said on Sunday net profits for the opening 3 months of 2014 rose 14% to 78.7 million dirhams, driven by higher revenues in core Middle Eastern markets as well as sub-Saharan Africa and Asia. The courier company, a favourite of regional fund managers, said in an emailed statement that revenue climbed to 852 million dirhams compared to 803 million dirhams in the first quarter last year. Aramex Chief Executive Hussein Hashim said the company remains bullish about the current year and will continue to aggressively invest in core markets and will pursue acquisitions throughout 2014.